Hello. So, front end Friday. Hello, hello. Hmm, yeah, that's better. Or is it? What the? Oh, of course. That happened. Good evening. So, today we are going to make stuff to the front of the car. Finally. Um, well, I'm going to rip the driver's side off because it's gonna be easier for me and you if I build the passenger side first because of the perspective we have here. Since we need to redo everything anyway, it's not good as it is. Okay, okay, like so. Okay, so first thing that we discovered last time is that our front end needs to be one stud longer than we have it here. So needs to be this long, like so. That's the length of the front. Um, at the same time, we need to do this side panel here in the bumper, in the fender, which might prove difficult. Okay, is this good? Yeah, I think this perspective is, yeah, it's best I can do, I guess. Shit's gonna break. No, shit's not gonna break. Oh well, it's it's gonna have to do. Um, anyway, we had on the other side we had this solution, and I'm just gonna try to reverse it without doing too much damage. And let's see where we're at. Okay. Okay. So obviously I'm gonna live with it for now. Now I'm gonna live with it for now because we have more important things to do. The important part is the position of this panel here. So this is the panel where then everything continues. We cannot do it, we cannot make it the same as the rest of the door, because if I angle it down, okay, I could angle that down the first panel, but then you see the rest isn't gonna follow because we need to have a gap here for the fender. So now that we know the length of this, we can mount the last panel with confidence, because this last panel is gonna be the surround for our grill. I mean, the surround. It's gonna be the edge of the iconic Charger grill, and it's the perfect panel for it. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe if it was angled downwards, it would be better. Let me just visually check. The answer is maybe. A big maybe. Because first thing is we cannot get the angle here right. Under no circumstances I do see us having the angle correct. Or do I? What's the verdict here? Nah, that's not gonna happen. Hey, due to technique. That's not gonna happen, so we have to continue with this. I think that's the best option. Okay, but as we discovered before, as with in the rear, we need a muscular hump here, simply because the wheel needs clearance when it compresses and steers. So we need to have it bulged out a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Enough that we need to go to the effort of making all of this. Okay. We get some pins out. So we would have a pin here. Ideally, we would have this guy here. Or would we? No, ideally, we would have this, like that. There we go. So from here on, we can then build our flexi tube empire. Here as well. I don't know. I don't know how we are going to control it yet. We need to figure that out. So now we build, and we don't need much here. You just need a small outward bulge, just enough to clear, come on, just enough to clear the front wheels. And if I, yeah, like this. And of course we are going to use bump stops on the suspension because I don't want it to compress further than this. This is plenty enough. This is plenty enough for the suspension to compress. So this guy is coming in here. Come on. Why is this always so hard? Yeah, like that. And you go back in there. Okay. Like this. And you go back here. And then another one. And then we can already go into solid space again. So the front fender is going to be much more, much less, have much less of a bulge. Just enough to clear our wheels here. Yeah, and it does clear them nicely. The wheel has clearance. If we didn't move everything half a stud out, the wheels would not have enough clearance to steer it. They would bump against the fender, which we don't want. So 1, 2, and this one here is already, wait a minute. Oh, we have to be here already theoretically, but we are going to drag it out one more. I'm actually running out of these. I think this is the last one. We're gonna drag it out one more, like this. And we are gonna mount this sucker. Oh yeah, we're gonna mount it here. I think I don't have any more. Or do I? Nope. We will have to use blue ones for if we want to simulate our curvature. We need to use those, and I need to order new ones. Okay. Blue pin. Blue pin. And no wait, it's not gonna be a blue pin. It's gonna be gray pin. Gray pin. Gray pin. And we're gonna have, yep, so this guy and this guy. Hey, Liquid Squid. Well, we're building a Dodge Charger as per the usual programming. We are just resuming what we have been doing for the past, I don't know, 24 episodes. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of a bit forced. That's a bit forced. At least on this side. It's a bit forced. What can we do? We have to omit this one. Yep, we have to omit this guy because it's creating too much strain. Too much strain. What can we put in instead of him? We need to put in well, here we try to do everything as realistic as possible. And the steering column is one of those things. There we go. Less forced here. What about here? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Now to the hard part. So as previously mentioned, from here on, I know I don't like those gaps, but let's see if they are smaller after we finished. So here we need to go slightly down. The next two parts we need to go slightly down to get, you know, a small dip here. You are new here, yeah, I thought so. You must be new here. Okay. So I guess we would go with this guy. And then this. And another black one. Another black one. Another one of these. Then we have you there. Then we have you, and well, come on. And I think so. Think so? No. Just like that. Okay, there we go. So this is the final length of our car, I think. God, this looks too long, but okay. $14 studs. It needs to be 14 studs from the middle of the wheel to the end. So let's see, 14 studs. Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. That's 15 studs. Come on. This is 15 studs. And we are, as far as I can see, we are 14 studs. This here is 14 studs. 14 studs. Yeah, I guess there is a relatively large front overhang. Yeah, once filled in, doesn't look as large anymore, I guess. Yeah. That's how we are going to do it. There's no other way. Okay. but I would like to go a little bit more inwards and a little bit more downwards. So we need to do some work here. So this guy here probably needs to go. Or does he? What can we get away with? 1, 2, 3. 3 panels without suspension. You know, I want this to be relatively tucked a little bit more inwards, because otherwise the car is gonna look too boxy. And we need to now mount this part, because here inside of this is going to be the grille with the openable headlight covers, and we need room for it, and secondly we need this to be not flappy. We are going to support it from underneath as well, but first rule, do not flap. This is not Flappy Bird. Hey Anton, we are not Flappy Bird. So how do we do this simply? Okay, we can mount something here. I'm thinking of supporting this part here, by making an extension here, and you know, like a brace here. And then when we do the front grille, as far as I have seen on the real car, there's a bracket going out here that supports the entire grille, including the bumper and then the panels beneath it. So I'm going to do a dummy bumper, just like we did in the rear, just to get a feel of where things need to be. And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the bumper needs to be 5 studs from this. Okay. 5 studs from this. How do we do that? Let's see. Something really simple. Crude and simple. Okay. 5. We said 5, right? 5. 5. So this is 5. This should be 5. Okay. And now, what's our width? 32. So approximately 30 studs. That's twice 15. Okay. Let's see if we got the right height in the first place. 2 times 15 is our bumper. This is gonna look horrible, but hey, it's just dummy. Oh yeah, it has to be an odd number of studs, so we need to use, of course, we need to use 13 studs, and the gap between them has to be well, 19. We don't want 30, we want 19. 19 studs, because we're dealing with odd numbers, of course, in studless. Let's see. Good God. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So too wide. Too wide. One stud narrower. Okay. Which is good. We want narrower. Okay. Wait, is this too narrow? Okay. Let me just check the height. Where does it need to be? It needs to be about the same height as the rear bumper, or even lower. The rear bumper is here. 1, 2. Okay, this is exactly at the height of the rear bumper. Exactly at the height of the rear bumper. But I would really want to have it one stud lower, simply because we're going to pull this down, and then there's not going to be enough room for the grille. So it needs to be one stud further down from here. That. So if we are one stud further down, and if we turn this around, okay. Then we should be kind of all right. No, this is, I don't know. Yeah, I think, no, we are at the same height. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna pretend this is okay. Like that. That will be the height of our bumper in the front, I guess. Is it? Yeah, that would be the height of our bumper in the front. Oh my. If we actually go one stud down with this, whew, there's not much room for a grill here, is it? Just gonna mock up this corner here, just so I know the correlation between the grill and this. But I think we should be fine. Uh, maybe. Maybe. Mm, yeah. It does go one stud down. So it is curving a little bit down, which is good. Which is good. Leaving us with a good opening for the grill. I would think. We should have enough of an opening here. And then underneath here we would have this panel, and somehow we would, I don't know, somehow we would create something here. Okay, yeah. Now we need to mount, we need to do something with the mounting point for this, because on the real car, basically the grill surround is mounted to a subframe here, which we are not gonna install because there's no room. We are going to use this frame for everything. So mounting the grill, mounting the mechanism for opening the headlights, mounting the hood latch, which we could mount on the other side. We should mount it on the other side, yeah, because there won't be room here. No. Then we have been discussing this ad infinitum. It's not gonna have an LP engine. That's the final word. There's no room for a pneumatic engine in here. Just absolutely no room. It's gonna have a dummy engine, a dummy V8, and optionally electric motors for remote control. Okay. Let's do the stupidest thing first, because we need to see how much room we have for stuff here. We are going to make headlights and the cover for the headlights that is attracting, because we need to know how much room we actually have here for, well, anything. Mounting the grill isn't really that difficult. It's just a panel, probably gonna be out of bricks. or something. But the covers for the headlights, these are going to take up most of the space here. So let's create some headlights. We're gonna use these, these for now. They should be okay-ish. They kind of fit in here. Again, I'm gonna use, oh, I've broken these. Oh, I know why. Did I break all of them? Yes, sir. No, I didn't. I have 2 left. And I'm gonna use, instead of them, I think I'm gonna use this, simply because it's more visible. And we can then come up with, I don't know, something better for the headlights. But I'm gonna mount these, the the silver ones instead of the transparent ones, just because you can see these better. Or we can alternatively mount them like this, for now. And they would be we would need to place them quite a bit inside of the car, in order to make room for the panel that opens, to uncover them. So I'm gonna make some stupid mount for them. Probably gonna make the mount out of out of connectors, because that's gonna be easiest to mount. Hey, Mr. Motive, how's it going? Okay, and now we do what? They are going to be where? Here or here? Here, I guess. Steak is always good, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's how it's gonna be. I have a feeling that the mount that I'm just gonna do is gonna be pretty much permanent, but we'll see. So this is how we mount the headlights. Imagine a matching pair on the other side. And now we need to make a cover for them. A cover that kind of pivots up and reveals them, because we don't want them to be visible the whole time. Now you can already see that there's not much room for that. In the worst case, we would probably make the headlights smaller. Luckily, we have the means to do that. Who the fuck? Oh. We have the means to do that because of these. These are the headlights from the Lego charger. Let's see if these are better. Maybe. Let me just see. Take a look at some pictures of the Dodge Charger, of the original car. Come on. So, no. The lights that we have here, this is the correct size. If we would use these, they would be too small. Way too small. Okay, so that's settled. We are using these. I would like to, cover this in gray somehow, but I don't think we can do that. That's too elaborate. But let's see what we can do with the mechanism to open them. For this, I'm going to take them out. There. I'm going to remove the car from the desk. And we are going to do prototyping on the desk again, because that's easier. So this is the module that we have. And what we want to do, ideally, we would have a 3-stud panel that would cover these. Where are my 3-stud bricks? falling apart. So did they? Yeah. Okay, let's go with this. Might be slightly flimsy, but we'll work with it. Or maybe this. We'll see. Ah, I forgot to put it back together. Okay. So we would have either this system or similar, of course. Something like this. Or done with this guy. It all depends on where we need to have the pivot, so that that it would pivot. In the ideal world, it would really go just above them, you know, as close to them as possible, and be as close up as possible. So it would so it would really take up the least amount of space, you know. I don't know where this position is. We need to kind of experiment a little bit. Yeah. Maybe it would need to be slightly further out. Let's come closer. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Then it needs to be here. I don't know. Maybe. I am curious. Yeah, no. Doesn't clear it at all. So it needs to be half a stud higher. Half a stud higher. So it would be have to be like this. Like this. But the mounting point for it needs to be half a stud higher. So okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. That goes. Haha! Look at that. It's as close as possible. Hello. This could go. Question is, do we have enough room over the lamps to do that? This is something that we are gonna have to find out now. I mean, ideally in the real charger, I think all of this, yeah, should be, you know, this should be as close to the lamps as possible, the headlights as possible. And then, yeah, so we need to bring this one stud further inwards. But if we do that, we cannot, because this guy does not do one stud. So because this guy does not do one stud, we need to think of another way of mounting this. You know where I'm getting at. The closer this is to the headlamps, the better. So the mechanics here work. But if this was closer, it would be better. It cannot be closer because of this. Because this is, of course, a brick that doesn't adhere to the mechanics of our lift arms. But what could we do? I mean, we could make this out of lift arms. Could we? Or out of something. I'm just looking at how the grill of the real car is made. I mean, all of the nuances we cannot reproduce. Not with this. The original car has vertical fins. Of course, we cannot do that. But what can we do? What can we do that would make this look kind of semi good? What options do we have? Work with me, people here. Work with me. Help me. I'm kind of getting frustrated here. I would not want to use a panel, that's for sure. No panel. Something uniform that would look good. I mean, technically, the way I see it here, the grill does not have to be black. It can be dark bluish gray with a light bluish gray surround. That would be kinda in line with how the car is in real life. Ish, of course. So in that sense, what would be our options? Don't mind me while I'm just thinking out loud. Nah, that's silly. That's silly. One option, of course, would be we have what? That's a 7, right? 7. One option would be, of course, use this. And I think you know what I'm gonna do now. Unfortunately, I don't have one of these in dark bluish gray, but we are going to have to deal with it. Yeah, that's too high. If we do it like this, this guy, oh, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. Okay. No. Oh, this is so complicated. I mean, it's so simple, yet so very complicated. It would need to be here. Pivot needs to be here. Just one. Okay, let's see, just for the sake of it, what happens if we have the pivot here. I don't care about realism at this point. Just want the pivot to be here and to see. The trunk is kinda finished. We're gonna return to it, but right now we want to do the front. I'm kinda tired of the trunk and I really want to do something else. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna finish itself, so we are gonna have to do it eventually. This is better. But we can do better. Basically, in the ideal world, we would have the pivot here, exactly where the red axle is. This is where our pivot would be. So here would be our pivot. Because this would make this guy, I think, would make, nah, then it would go too far to the back. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is what we're gonna have right now. We are gonna mount this to the car and see if we have enough room. First and foremost, we have enough room. If we don't, this is a moot point, and if we do, then we can continue. This could go. This is just a proof of concept, of course, right now. It's not aesthetically very pleasing. But I kind of like it. Kind of like it. You need to, of course, imagine all sorts of things. Here, I don't know, here, and here, and then something here, which we are gonna probably do right now. So we're gonna make let's see how much do we need. This is a 15, is it? Yeah, 15, so just one stud shy. No, is it one stud or two studs? There's something in between. You know what? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna mount this. Right. Yeah, so of course, because the hood comes in here, we cannot mount these together as we want to. But we can mount this, I guess. This should be doable. Okay, unfortunately I don't have any black parts of this type. So this would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, but it's a 7. Whatever. We're gonna use black parts only. So 3 and 2, okay. I don't know. I don't know if we are going to use power functions or some other form of proportion. Something. We'll use something. Mhm. Okay, what if we use here a 3? What happens if we use a 3? Too much? Yeah. 3 is too much. Okay. 3 is too much. God. Hmm. Mm. So basically what we did here is we gave it a slight turn downwards here, but then it rises up again. So I guess that's accurate. The way I am looking at pictures, that's even accurate. So this one is one step lower than it should be, and this one is on the same level as the rest of the hood plane, which gives it just just the right amount of, I don't know. Well, we're gonna see. Yeah, maybe if we jack it up here a little bit more. Yeah, yeah. Hmm? That's gonna work. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. So we give it just, this tiny amount of complexity in its shape that it's not boring. Um, and I actually really, really like that this works flawlessly, doesn't make contact with anything. We need to make a gray panel under here as well, like something like this. So that this here is covering up the hole here, and of course when it's done across the whole width, it's gonna make the real deep grill impression, which is gonna make it look awesome the way we want. I think that's gonna be great. Now let's let's do a more permanent bumper solution. Now that we know how this is, uh, we will start with this, because the bumper is gonna mount from underneath. It's a separate item. It's not gonna be part of all of this. It's just here for, you know, it just has to be here in order for us to create this corner. But yeah, now that we know where we're at, let's take it off. And see what our options here are. This can go as well. So what we need is we need to make us a kind of a surround around here and on top as well, because the hood slaps directly onto the grill. So the grill can and should have a gray surround, even in the corners here. Even in the corners here, we're gonna be a little bit inventive here in the corner because of our shroud here. But I think this it should be doable. Should be doable, and this needs to be what? This needs to be this is a what? 7 9er, 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 and this is all. This is a 9er. So 3 9ers. 3 9ers. So it's 9er, 9er, 9er. Yeah. 9er, 9er, 9er. 3 9ers. Okay. Right. But we do not want this because this is just in the way. It's in the way. But I will now recreate this on the other side just to have two, because seeing things like this in symmetrical, it's kind of easier to judge things. But I don't have two silver ones anymore, so I'm gonna put one silver and one clear one on each side, again for symmetry's sake. Okay. So we had like what? Like this. And the pivot point was here. Can make this. Yes. We're gonna make it like this. This, and this. Oh, that was unexpected. And like this, yes. Now hold on, the cat is doing something. Shut up, cat. Ah. Okay, I'm giving the cat food and he's not eating it, but still begging for food. I don't know. He's weird. So, so this would be what? 9, 11, 12. Exactly 12. This guy is exactly where it needs to be for this to work. And then we need just a mechanism to make it work. Okay. Okay. Sitting here. He just wants attention and he wants me to feed him, which isn't gonna happen right now. So, this is gonna be good. Now I wonder how we're gonna do the mechanism. This is gonna be either with gears or no, it has to be with a lever, because the rest of the grill is going to be here, covering up the 12 stud axle. And the problem is gonna be that whatever we have that would push it forward cannot push it forward. We have to have something that pushes it down, kinda. On the real car, an electric motor sits on this axle and turns these up. Um, I don't know how we're gonna do it here, but let's reproduce this guy on the other side because I like symmetry. I do not have enough dark bluish gray bricks. Dark bluish gray lift arms. So light bluish gray will have to cover for them, or do I? This and then I think this will contrast nicely with the black of the rest of the car. Some contrast. We need some contrast. We cannot have the whole car black. That's too much. Ah. Well, who would have thought? There. And now just imagine the middle part in the same style. Well, why would you imagine it? Let's make it. Let's make it. It's a tenor. Yeah. It's a 10 stud. And for this we can use our friend here. Okay, this will be interesting to mount. Interesting, if you know what I mean. And the middle part will have to be either a double one or nothing. Otherwise it's not going to be symmetrical. Anyone who is going to make a 69 version of this will have an easy way, because in the 69 you can have the center part like symmetrical. Not with us, because we are building a 68, my favorite. So which ones are the center ones? I think these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna have an empty space in the center. Yes, empty space in the center. Oh my! I'm again building off camera, am I? This is so fiddly. God. Okay, let's say this is it. How do we mount it now? Okay, that's how we mount it. So it's a 4 stud. 4 stud. Can take the grill out. See, we have a grill module. Just the way we like it. I don't have a family and I don't have children. And I kinda am happy with that. Because I want to build a world where children can be happy, I do not want children myself, if this makes sense. I'm very happy to not have kids. Oh man, this looks really like American build quality. There we go. Imagine all of this being dark bluish gray, of course. enough of that. Let's stop being too silly. Okay, that works. Now let's do the surround here. We said 3 niners. And we can do this because why not? That option is available to us. Okay. Now we need the bumper as well. The bumper we are going to make from underneath. The bumper, let's see how the bumper needs to look like. Yes, okay. Like that. And it needs to go into the corner. We want this to be a high corner. That's how it's done on the rear car. Not how to do it. How to do high corner. Oh, come on. Stupid head. Okay, yeah, this is gonna look very good in dark bluish gray. Very good. Dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, the rest black. This is gonna look so perfect. And I think we need to do more here. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Where are you? Come on. Fuck. Okay. So this needs to be light bluish gray. And then we're gonna have the corner. You do like this or like this. Or even like this. Let's check it out. Let's check out what looks best, or what can even be installed here. Okay. Okay, we need to transfer all of this to the gray one. I mean, this just adds weight, but we need to make a compromise because looks are also very, very, very important. Okay. Now you. Oh, perfect. Perfect. You can go even further up. Yeah, you can go even further up. That's excellent. No, that's not gonna do. Nice. Nice. Now, of course, imagine the bumper extending like this. Gonna be really nice. Okay. Now let's mount the bumper from underneath. Okay. So here in the middle needs to be the surround for the number plate, basically underneath here. No. Let me see if I have more panels here to steal. And I do. I do have more panels in the Lego charger. What the fuck? This might even work. How the... Huh. Bummer. Even like that. So it's not gonna deter us from anything. be 3 stud like that. Yeah. Okay. And again. I'm really torn. I'm torn. Yeah, I know why I'm torn. Because actually, I would like it to go like this, and yeah. We would have a gap here, which should be there, and then we would mount this here. Yeah, here we can have oh yeah, that's gonna be really nice. That's gonna be nice. Now just how to mount it. Because I would like to mount it in a way but so this guy would also come into play, and yep, that's how we're gonna mount it here. So this guy is gonna fill the gap. You cannot see it right now. I'm gonna show you as soon as we mount this. But how do we mount this? So we can mount it where? Man, why does this need to be so difficult? This could be so easy. If we mounted it on and into these points, it's too high, and if one stud underneath, we cannot mount it in here. Makes me furious, but doesn't matter. There's a mounting point presenting itself, and of course we are gonna use our classic extension, our 3-stud friend. You know the building technique I like to use. These guys, and then we just extend them like that. And it's gonna be superb. Not a Skoda, but it's gonna be superb. There we go. In the corners, we're gonna mount come on. We're gonna mount 5 stud lift arms here because they are perfect for here. No, we're gonna mount 7 stud lift arms. 7 stud. They are gonna look even better. Because when you look at the pictures of Charger, it does have air inlet here underneath as well, which we just created. There we go. So now we need to do the bumper. Now that all of this is done, bumper. So the bumper needs to be 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. This can go. Okay. Again, building modular. We're gonna build the bumper into this structure here. And since we do this, we can do even better. Even better. Because we don't need all of this. Basically need just this. This. There we go. holding up our front structure. And now these here are going to hold the bumper. They're coming through through the intake on the side. Yeah. Let's see what else we need. Gonna be slightly more complicated than I planned, but we can still change it afterwards. Because like in the rear, we are going to use the Mustang number plate. And we need a nice a nice 5 stud space between here. And at the same time, 3, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Perfect. I tell you. Perfect. This is gonna be so perfect. So this. Then we have these. And yeah. These. So now our bumper is gonna be held up by these little fellas. Okay, so how many of the curved ones have I used up? 1 and 2. But there were more. And no, there are more. Yeah, there are 2 more. Let's see if my theory works out. We can do this. No, we cannot do this. Okay. Sadly. Sadly not. But surely we can do this. Yes, we can do this. I think ideally this would be a 5er, but I don't have or do I? No, I have just a light gray fiber, which I'm not gonna use because it's gonna look like poo. Wait, here. Okay. Okay. That's not how I envisioned it. Okay. So this needs to be redesigned slightly. So we need basically two in the middle. Two in the middle. Or two on the outside. Damn. What a bummer. You know, I want the number plate here, underneath the bumper. Just between the bumper guards. I think I can. Can I? Can I have it here? What could I do to have it here? Dang, I didn't anticipate this. However, if we mount our bumpers, see, it would be so nice to have the number plate here. Well, we need to think of something. Either here or there. Here we're probably gonna have a plate, 3-stud plate, with a smooth plate. Yeah, plate, a normal plate. But really, I want to mount this here. Actually, I can. Actually, I can mount it here, of course. I mean, I can mount it here because this is from the Mustang. And now on the side here, I would go with this panel, and then probably what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. Let's mount this. Let's mount this. 7 studs. 7 studs. Okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hold it here. Would look like this or something. Obviously, we need to address the gaps in the fender. We need to make the fender a little bit more inviting and roundish. There's a few options available to us, but first I wanted to finish this part of the front, and I think we we did succeed. It's not finished yet. Of course, there's details that need to be done. I think it looks pretty realistic. As much as we can make it realistic, you know. Imagine the grill being entirely made out of dark bluish gray lift arms. Then it's gonna look a lot better. And of course, once it's also surrounded by the rest. And actually, we're gonna before we finish the stream, I want to do one more thing. Because we have to, basically. So, just like at the bottom here, there's a surround going on the top as well. So at the bottom we have 3 times 9er. And again we take 3 times 9ers. And we have to have them here as well. So what goes? 1, 2, 3. Ah, we cannot have them here. We cannot have them here. At least because of our friends, the pop-up headlights. Ideally, we would have the surround going around here and make this narrower. But we cannot because the pop-up headlights take the same space here. Some more experimentation is needed. Yep, just like Colombo. There's one more thing, one tiny little thing. Anyway, that's enough for today. I think we haven't done that much, but we have done very important work. Very important work. And of course, I see the need after we have the proportions. I see the need that we raise the car. So the rear and the front, I mean the front is a no-brainer because we have an adjustable suspension, but the rear of the car needs to be raised. We're gonna do this in the next episode. It needs to be raised anyway. And of course, in the next episode, I'm gonna mirror this guy to the other side so that we have both sides. And then we're gonna start working on these and the hood. And then after we have that, the bodywork is finished, basically. And after the bodywork is finished, then we start working at this, the gearbox and the engine. So with this bombshell, I see you in the next stream. Next stream is probably gonna be tomorrow, because tomorrow I do have time, and on Sunday I will not have time. And I don't know what's gonna happen on Monday. Probably on Monday we have a stream as well. but tomorrow. I see you tomorrow. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, check out all my social media accounts. Maybe drop by my Patreon. You know, visit the LP Power store, and I see you tomorrow.